Hey, good evening, everybody. So it's now May the 30th. It's almost the end of the month already, and Bitcoin has been pretty wild in terms of its volatility bouncing around this range. There's also been many other coins that have been rallying as well against what Bitcoin is doing. So despite Bitcoin's small move to the upside or downside, there's still tons of coins that are doing some mega rallies, and we're gonna just take a look at some of them today. So welcome back to another 10-minute daily video update. I am gonna keep this one under 10 minutes for you guys, for sure. So I'm very excited that the month of May is almost done already, because this just means that we're one step closer to finishing up quarter 2. I'm very excited to get done with June and July and so on, like moving forward, right? July, August, September is quarter 3, which is going to be closer to the bull market season. And we always have to remember that whenever we finish a Bitcoin halving period, there is going to be a period of accumulation, which we've seen every single time so far. And we've also seen that every time there's a Bitcoin halving, afterwards, if you take a look on the daily here, which I'll show you. So this is the daily chart that goes back to the July halving in 2016. The yellow line is the 50 EMA, the white line is the 200 EMA. So what you're seeing is that every single time after the halving, and we dip below the 50 EMA on a daily, and it's sandwiched between the 200 EMA, it's a really good time to buy. So if you follow this strategy, it leads up to a bull market, okay? Right? Every time you buy, it leads up to a bull market. And in here as well, in this general area, you see in this region as well, it leads up to a massive bull market, which you eventually capitalize and ride. So that was in 2016, and you also see the same thing after the bear market ends. Same strategy is employed. You buy here between the 50 and the 200 EMA, you buy here 50 and 200 EMA, and then it just rides to some epic proportions. Okay, so that's another really good strategy to follow. And then you take a look here as well. You buy it when it's below the 200 or sandwich, same strategy. Buy, you buy, you buy. And there was another opportunity over here and another opportunity over here. So I believe that in July, later in July and Q3 and Q4, we're going to get some massive numbers. So everybody stay calm. You are going to do a great job as long as you follow some of these rules that I'm telling you to dollar cost average and to buy further. Another thing that you're going to notice is this, okay? If I take it from the all-time high up there to around down here to the very bottom, see that's 365 days roughly. Or a little bit further is about 410 days or so. So 365 to about 410. That's how long the bear period market, the bear market lasted, right? Up to 400 days and around 1 year. 1 year to 410 days. Guess what? If you actually did the exact same thing here, take a guess how long it took. Just take a wild guess. Down here to the very bottom was actually about 365 days again. To the next bottom was about 410 days. Both of the bear market periods in 2018 and basically leading up to 2023, it lasted the same thing. 2018 to 2019, then 2022 to 2023, same thing, right? So a lot of people don't actually see those things. So another thing that you're going to see that's very similar is that every time, this is the chandelier exit that you guys know I love. We see it bearish like that, okay? Every time it falls below the 4-day chandelier exit indicator and it turns red, you buy. See that? Turns red, you buy. Or it gets near it, you buy. Turns red, you buy. Red, you buy. Red, you buy. Get close to it, you buy. Gets close to it, you buy. Gets close to it, you buy. And that leads up to a major all-time high. This is a very powerful strategy for accumulating, okay? And then you let the bear market finish, right? And then here you buy when it gets close to the chandelier exit. Chandelier exit. These are very powerful strategies. Buy there, buy there. It leads up to the all-time high. So make sure you guys are staying incredibly diligent and very strong about that, okay? So Bitcoin is ranging right now between over here If you take a look at Bitcoin on the 4-day chart right now, what you're going to see is that we are ranging here, which is a great sign because this is a major accumulation period between these particular zones. So every time Bitcoin is getting to the lower side at 60,700, people are buying. Every time it's getting close up to 71,900, we're rejecting. As soon as we break this range, Bitcoin is eventually going to start flying. It's just a matter of time. This year sometime. Probably not June. I'm guessing it won't be June. If it is, I'd be very surprised. But if we do break, in July or Q3, Q4, great. We're going to lead to an all-time high eventually right now. This time, sometime soon this year, we will break it. So make sure you guys are staying very patient. Now I want to show you guys something. I created an alerts signal group in my Discord. Something you do not want to miss out on. I created a 15-minute time frame for day traders and also a 4-hour channel for swing traders. And what's great about it is I've created the set of rules for you to enter or exit the trade and also talk about the risk management involved to use these signals. Okay, so you get a lot of tutorials that I've created for the group here. Long tutorials, like 30-minute tutorials. I want to make sure that you guys understand how to use these signals. And it uses a set of 9 different confluent reasons to enter the trade before the signal is fired off. So there's no guarantee you will win the trade, but if the signal comes up, then it means it's a very high probability of it rallying. It may not always rally, but that's why I have strategies in place to minimize your risk and to only focus on the trades that actually ran. So today you can see that many coins have moved. STG, Jasmine, Rat, Ordi, Luna, Dusk. So starting off with STG, before any of these can fire off, it needs to meet a set of 9 different confluent reasons. And if you see STG today, it rallied and made some incredible numbers. It ended up rallying 62%. Could you have caught this with my alert group? Yes, you could have. See the alert that fired off here? The candle closed this one at 10:30. And if you take a look right here on the left side, right in the middle of the screen, where my mouse is, this one here fired off at 10:30 in the morning with a buy signal. 15-minute candle closed, open long buy signal on STG. Now, you're probably thinking that there's a lot of alerts on this page that go off, right? That's why I've also created a set of different rules for people to enter or not enter the trade. Okay, that's very important. So I've created tons and tons of rules for you to filter out the noise and know which ones you should enter and how to analyze it. So there's entry rules, there's exit rules as well. And this is only pertaining to the signals channel. So even if you read it, it might not mean much unless you're in the channel itself, okay? So this signals group of mine, guys, it goes for $125 and you get it for life. It's just a one-time free. And I'm going to show you more of the different signals, okay? So let's talk about Jasmine. Let's see if it fired off a signal for this one, okay? So for Jasmine, that moved 22% today. Let's see if it fired anything off for us to enter this awesome trade today. So you see that Jasmine fired off a signal right there, okay? So this one here, do you see the time? It says 16:45. That means the candle closed at 17 o'clock. So that's when the signal would have fired off. If you take a look over here, where my mouse is on the left, that today at 5 p.m., Jasmine fired off. I'm talking about this signal right here, if you guys see it. That one right there, okay? So Jasmine fired off a signal today as well, and that was a great trade to take. Once these signals fire off, there's a little list of different rules for you to follow and how to do analysis on it. So if you evaluated each one of these signals that went off, it would take some time, but you'd filter out the ones that may not run, and you would only focus on the ones that do run. So your probability ends up increasing. So that's 3 trades you could have won today. Okay, so now we take a look at Rat. Rat today moved 21%. So Rat here, you see the signal fired off at 13 o'clock, which means the candle closed at 13:10, right? And if you take a look here, at 110, which is, or sorry, 1315. If you take a look here in the middle of the page on this alert over here, okay, this one right there in the middle of the page, you're going to see that it fired off there, right? I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I'm talking about this one down over here, okay, right in the middle of the screen. Rat fired off at 10 or 1:15 p.m. 15-minute candle closed, open, long, buy signal. Even though it's a red candle, I've created a set of rules for people to enter the trade, right? So after a signal appears, whether it is weak or strong, you must wait to evaluate the current candle to see its strength with volume and strength. It would be good to consider with volume and strength. It would be good to consider an entry. So I create a set of rules, but these signals, you need them first, obviously, to use them, right? So that's basically 3 trades now that we've officially won using the signals channel. This will be the last example I give you because they all fire off. See, here's the signal right there. That candle closed at 12:45. So at 12:45 for Ordi, you see the signal right here for that one right there. See it? So that one there gave you a buy signal as well. And if you follow the strategies for entering and exiting, there's a very good chance for you to be profitable. Do I use these signals myself? Yes, I definitely do on the higher time frame where I'm secretly trading nowadays. But do I day trade as much anymore? No, because it's not necessary for someone like myself who's been in crypto for over 9 years now. I also run a multi-million-dollar portfolio, so it's not necessary for me to day trade anymore. But I created this specific signals group for people that wanted to save time by gravitating towards a possible coin that could be rallying when you get a signal. And I believe that my 9 years of experience and the 9 confluent reasons to make it fire off, there's a good chance that you're going to catch a lot of these trades. But I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you guys because I want to see you succeed. And I'm not trying to just sell you something to get your money. It doesn't work like that. I'm here to give you a disclaimer as well that, of course, you can still lose money in a signals group. But if you follow my set of rules on how to enter, how to exit, how to do analysis on each coin before you enter, how to manage your risk, and especially your position size, which should never be larger than 20% of your bankroll with no leverage. If you follow these steps, the chances of you succeeding in this signals group, it goes up to the moon. So if you guys want to join, check out the link below. It's $125 for a lifetime membership. So I'll see you guys later. Hang tight. Bitcoin is still in a range right now, and we'll talk soon. Bye now.